Hello traders and welcome back to the Forex Geek. In today's video, we'll dive into one of the most powerful tools in trading, which is the market profile. So in this video, we'll break down the key concepts, we'll show you how to read market profile charts and guide you through developing a solid trading strategy using this tool. So by the end, you'll have a deeper understanding of how to apply market profile in real world scenarios. So make sure you stick around for the entire video so you don't miss any important insights. So first, this is the TradingView platform, and this is GBP USD on the 30 minutes time frame. So I'm just going to define what market profile is. So market profile is a unique charting tool that organizes market data by combining price, time, and volume to provide a detailed view of market activity. So it was developed by Peter Stelmeyer in the 1980s. So market profile helps traders visualize where the majority of trading occurs, often forming a bell-shaped curve that represents the distribution of price over time. So unlike traditional bar or candlestick charts like this one right here, which plots price against time on a linear scale, market profile adds an additional layer by showing how much time the market spends at each price level. So I'm going to talk about the key components of market profile, and the first is the time price opportunity. So let me just add the time price opportunity. So this is the number one key component of the market profile, which is the time price opportunity. So this is the building block of market profile. So each TPO, which is time price opportunity, represents a specific price level traded during a set time interval, usually 30 minutes. So this is the TPO, and like I said, it's a charting. The market profile is a charting, a type of charting tool that organizes market data by combining price, time, and volume. So this right here, this blue right here is the volume. That's the volume profile. Now the line is the price. Price movements is the line. Now this is the time price opportunity. These blocks, series of blocks. There's the time price opportunity. So let me explain other key components of the market profile. We have the point of control. So the point of control is a critical reference. It's a critical reference point in the market profile. So the point of control is the price level with the highest trading activity during a given period. So the point of control is this in red. Let me zoom in. See that this is the point of control in red, this right here, and it represents it's a critical reference point, and it's the price level with the highest trading activity during a given period, which is for the day 5th November. This was the price level with the highest trading activity during that 5th November, that day. That was a Tuesday. So this is the point of control. This red line is already depicted on the time price opportunity. See, this is the point of control. This is the point of control. This is the point of control. So the red line, and it represents the price level with the highest trading activity during a given period. So observing how price interacts with the point of control can provide valuable clues about potential support or resistance levels, guiding your trading decisions. So the next key component is the value area. So the value area is where approximately 70% of trading activity occurs, marking the zone of consensus among traders. So this area is essential for identifying potential support and resistance levels. The value area high and the value area low define its boundaries, helping you understand where most market participants are comfortable trading. So this depicted here, see the VAH and the VAL, that is the value area high and the value area low right there. So this is where approximately 70% of trading activity occurs, and it marks the zone of consensus among traders. It's depicted this like a zone. This is it. Just mark like this. So I'm just going to delete that. So this is it, the value area high, value area low, value area high, value area low per time. This is it. So the next key component is the initial balance. So the initial balance sets the stage for the trading day. So the IB is, which is the initial balance, is the price range established during the first hour of trading and can signal the day's tone. So a wide initial balance, which is this is the initial balance from here, is like a range to here, from here to here. That is the initial balance from up here to down here. So it's a price range established during the first hour of trading and can signal the day's tone. A wide initial balance like this one might suggest a range bound day, while a narrow initial balance could indicate trending conditions. Now, understanding the IB helps you anticipate market behavior and adjust your trading strategy accordingly. So the profile shape is the next one. So this is the final key component we're going to be talking about. So the profile shape provides a snapshot of overall market conditions. A balanced bell shape like this one right here, this looks like a bell. This market profile here, this time price opportunities combination looks like a bell. You can see this this curve like a bell shape, and then the straight line, then the point of control out in the middle. Now, a balanced bell-shaped curve like this one suggests equilibrium, while asymmetrical shapes like this one right here can indicate trending or volatile markets. So by interpreting these shapes, you can gain insights into market sentiment and potential future price movements. So mastering these key components will empower you to decode market behavior and enhance your trading strategy with market profile analysis. So quickly, let's dive into developing a market profile trading strategy. Let's explore how to develop a comprehensive market profile trading strategy. So first is identifying value areas and fair price. This is how you can use the market profile in your trading. You can use it by identifying value areas and fair price. So you look for trades when price moves away from the value area, potentially signaling the start of a trend, or when it returns to the value area, indicating a possible reversion to the mean. So let me just show you that. Now you can see price traded below this value area low right here, and after that you can see price reverting to the mean. And this is another one traded below this value area low, and you can see price reverting back inside to the point of control and value area. So when price trades outside value areas like this, we should be looking for trade opportunities for potential reversion to the mean. So that is one way, and also it could signal the start of a new trend. For example, you can see price break the value area high here, and this reversion
into the mean, and which is just like a retest, something like that. And you can see price continue to give us movements to the upside, which is a bullish trend. So that is one way you can use the market profile. You can see this one, price broke above the value area high here, give us a retest, and see movement to the upside before this massive retracement right here. So that's how you can use the market profile to identify value areas and fair price. So the next is using the point of control for support and resistance. So using the point of control for support and resistance. So consider entering trades when price bounces off the point of control or breaks through it with conviction. So these moves can signal potential trend continuations or reversals. So use the point of control as a reference point for setting stop loss orders or profit targets. So this is the point of control, like I explained earlier, this red line right here. This is your point of control, and it can be used for support or resistance levels. For example, in this one here, see price was reverting to the mean after being below the value area low, and you can see when we got to the point of control, price broke through it, but it was used as potential resistance level, and price after that kept on consolidating before we had this final push to the downside. You can see here also price using the point of control for this resistance here before moving to the downside. So that is one way you can use the point of control for support and resistance. Remember, the point of control is the price level where market tends to come back always as a reversion to the mean. See price giving this consolidation movements around here, around the point of control. So it can be used for potential support and resistance levels. You can see this right here. Price using that point of control as a support level for price to move to the upside. You see this one here. Price using the point of control as a resistance level for this downtrend right here. So the next is the value area high or the value area low breakouts. So you can enter trades in the direction of the breakout when price moves decisively beyond the value area high or value area low. So use the opposite boundary as a potential stop loss level, and be cautious of false breakouts by waiting for confirmation or using additional indicators. So this, you can see this one here, price broke, like I explained earlier, price broke out of this value area high with conviction. You can see this is a massive breakout, and there was a retest, and we could be looking for potential trading opportunities. As price have broken out of this, it could signal that we could be looking for a potential bullish trend. So you see price give us the push to the upside after that. This is another one, like I explained before. Price broke out of the value area high, gave us a retest, and went to the upside, though that was limited. So be careful of false breakouts like this one. See, this is a false breakout, so you should be careful of things like this. You can see price breaking out of this value area high right here, and there was a retest. Price here broke out of this value area high right here. There was a retest back into the mean before the push to the upside. So that is one way you can use the value area high and value area low for potential trading opportunities. So by mastering these strategies and adapting them to your trading style, you will be well equipped to leverage the power of market profile in your forex trading. So, alright traders, we've come to the end of today's video. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you for joining us and happy trading.